So after this, what I will do is I will share the video plus the notes, the solutions once we discuss. I think that will be okay for you and even for, I normally call him Ian. Ian. I know I will be corrected. So this is question one. Most of the times I have seen question one has about.
Pole, niliget simu ikanitoa.
Oh, are you driving Nana ama you are sitting somewhere?
No, nimeingia masjid. I've just packed, nimeingia masjid ndo niweze kuwa na attention kidogo.
Haya, haya. Super. So
Mimi I'm on the road, so it might be difficult for me kidogo kuchangia, nisipige kelele sana.
bado uko njiani?
Oh, it's okay, it's no problem.
Yes, I'm on the road, but I
Can
don't
we
want to
then
miss the
extend
class.
for 1 hour and then tukutane 4? Will that be convenient for you?
Hapana. No, it's okay. Let's continue. I'm okay. Nimekaa pahali penye we can talk.
You are okay, yeah?
Yes.
Because our aim is to get this 40 marks or 30 marks. Okay, let me continue.
Okay.
Let me continue as I know next time we'll be more serious or we'll have time or we will change the time. So please mute your mic if your mic is open, unless yes, Moha, Rahma, Mohammed, and who else? Yes, please mute your mic. Okay, thank you. Thank you, so that we can hear one person. So I started with a theory, but what I did is I did a research on this exam paper, and I have noted most of the time the most tested questions are regression and descriptive statistics. Maybe there is a little bit of matrix, hypothesis, calculus, but most of the time, what was tested, and at the beginning of this paper or question one, is mostly descriptive statistics. So, and that is the easiest. Na unajua mtu kama hajui hesabu anaanza na ile rahisi. So I started with the simplest one. Okay. So, and to start with, this is the theory. First one is theory. Briefly describe the following terms as used in statistics. Roman 1, population and a sample. What's the difference between a population and a sample? 2, parameter and statistics. You will forgive me. I studied under 3, so if my P is not P, then you'll forgive me. At least I know wherever you are laughing at me. Okay. Number B, which one of the following measurement are discrete or continuous? Which one of the following measurement are discrete or continuous? So first we'll describe what is discrete and what is continuous. And then we will go through each one of these 4 items. And then here is where I stopped. See, so if you look at the totals, this is 4 mark, this is 4 mark, and then this is also 6. 8 plus 6, that is 14, and here is 16. Imagine if you get these 30 marks out of 60, or if you get closer to that, that's a hell of marks. So I think if we are serious, this paper we can get somehow about a minimum of 40. Okay, so I will project the question and place it somewhere. So question 1, that's why I'm telling you use, because I'm using a software. So question 1, briefly describe the following terms as used in statistics. Population. What is population? So let me hide for a moment the question. Population, this is the entire group. This is the entire group. The population of
Yusuf,
Kenya.
sorry, Yusuf.
Yes.
Yusuf, sorry for interrupting. Are you recording the class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm also recording. I always record the classes, except the first one which I was challenged. So I'm recording on your behalf, those who are moving. So population, this is the entire group. So the population of Kenya, student population, entire group, you want to study or learn about. So it is the entire example. If you are studying the heights of all students in your school, the population is all the students in that school. That is the population. Very simple. Okay. I know Kizungu hata kama ni Kiswahili we will write something if this question comes. Sample. So out of the population, you choose a small group. You select. If you are an accountant or an auditor, we normally do sampling. For example, an auditor will do sample. They won't investigate the whole transactions. They do a sample. So a sample group of selected, which is selected from the population. So you are picking. You're not picking, for example, 10 houses in same line, but you will pick a sample from here, from there, from there. So it's a sample, a small group out of the population, used to represent the whole group. Example, if you pick 30 students from the school to measure the heights, that's a sample. If you pick 30 students from the school to measure the heights, that is your sample. So when you are thinking about a population, I gave you an example. I know wherever you are eating or you have eaten a cake, a whole cake. Mimi sipendi kitu tamu. I don't want to be called sweetheart. So think of a population as the whole cake and a sample as just a slice or few slices of that cake. Okay. So up to there, you can open your mic. Are we together or anything you want to add? You can open your mics.
Naenda kidogo. Sawa
Tuko sawa?
kabisa.
Asante. So next one is if I go back to the question, I can enlarge if you want. So was the question, parameter and a statistic, So parameter and a statistics. So a parameter is a value like a mean or percentage that describes the population. Example, the average height of all students in Kenya. That is the parameter because it is for the whole population. So what about statistic? A value that describes a sample. A statistic describes a sample. Example, the average height of 30 students you measured. So each one, each one describes. For parameter, it is more related to a population. For a statistic, it's more related to a sample. So when you're looking at this again, look at from the perspective of the whole versus the sample, the whole versus the slice. So parameter is more of like statistics, but looking at the whole population. Statistics just looks at or describes, is a value that describes uh, the sample. Okay. So question 1C, there is a question on discrete versus continuous data. What is discrete data? What is continuous data? Discrete can only take a certain whole number value. Like binadamu, you can't split yourself into several. You can't measure yourself. You say, I am a half person, a full person, a quarter person. Hata mimi ni mkonde, so siwezi sema I'm a half person. So you are not a half person. So you are a whole number. Discrete data. So when you're talking about population like human, it is a whole number. You count them. You only count them. You count your kids, the number of your kids, the number of population as whole, not as units or as half. Continuous data is something that you can easily measure, like time. Time you can measure, 3:15. Weight you can measure, 50.5 kg. Temperature you can measure, 31.3 degrees, 0 degrees. So those are continuous data. What you can measure are continuous data. What you can count as whole numbers are discrete data. So learn the difference between the two. So having learned the difference between the two, if I take you back to our question, if I take you back to our question, we will participate here to know if we are listening. Let us, I know my screen might not be clear depending on the paper I have and also your data. So which one of the following measurements are discrete or continuous? Which one of the following measurements are discrete or continuous? Remember, I described what discrete is and what continuous is. So one, the average number of babies born in a certain clinic each week. Is it a discrete or continuous? Alice,
Discrete.
discrete. Because we say
Hiyo
you cannot count human beings. You cannot measure human beings, but you can count them. Correct. Okay, thank you. Number two, the maximum daily temperatures recorded at Mombasa for the month of December 2011. The minimum daily temperature recorded at Mombasa for the month of December 2011. Is it discrete or continuous? Rahma? Okay, Nana? Rahma might be away.
Continuous.
Continuous.
Okay.
Continuous, okay. Thank you. Okay. Three, the volume of water in liters used in a given household measured on a daily basis. Mhm. Open to the floor.
Continuous.
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 Uh, okay. The total number of children in a given family.
discrete.
Discrete.
Discrete. That is straightforward. So hii ni max bure nne, sio? Then C. Let us come to C. Okay, before I go to C, anyone with a question up to where we have come? We are
For
together.
me, I'm good.
I can hear voice at someone's background. We are together, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let us go to this. I know most of us don't like theories, we like calculations. The table below shows the ages of people for research by psychology. This is the table starting with 27 and ending with 2. This is the table. So the question here is, starting with a class of 1 to 5, 6 to 10, dash, 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 make a frequency table. Make a frequency table. So you start with a class. You start with a class. The way you are seeing these numbers from 27, 26, 23, 21, 18, 21, all these numbers, they are not arranged in ascending order or descending order. So they are arranged like, what can we say? Irregular, in an irregular way. So you are told to develop a frequency table. And then that is 6 marks. Two, you are told determine the range, mean, median, and model. I have added standard deviation to this question. So you are told to determine the range, mean, median, and model class. So if a situation like this happens, I don't know if in exam, do they allow Excel or we do it manually? Do they normally allow Excel or we use just calculator and typing somewhere inside yes.
I think it's calculator.
So Excel is not allowed, eh?
No,
That exam is
I'm not sure though,
outdated.
but I don't think so. Yeah.
That exam is outdated. But if they allowed, because we normally use Excel, it would have been easier for us. So if we were using Excel, I could have showed you a way you can easily arrange these numbers in order. There's a formula called to column. You could use a formula called to column. So how do I use that formula? But once we get that clarification, I will show you a faster means of doing via Excel. So if I open my Excel, this is, I will enlarge, sorry if I am harassing your eyes. Okay, so you are able to see this, hopefully. Yes, you are able to see this. You can see it, right? You can see it. So if you are using Excel, someone can easily use what's called to column. You select all of it, and then what you do is arrange this in ascending order. You arrange it in ascending order. Let me remove the Alt ASA. So you arrange in ascending order. Once you arrange in ascending order, so the question is, you are told class 1 to 5. Sorry, let me put something in front of it. Class 1 to 5, class 2, 6, 6 to 10, class 11 to 15. So I don't know if Excel will recognize this. If I drag, no, it can recognize. Okay, so let me do it manually. Class 16 to 20, class 21 to 25. Is it 25? Yes. Class 26 to 30. So, so this frequency table will have those classes. Will have, that's the first step. First is to come up with this class interval. So you come up with this class interval. Class interval. I don't know if you are able to see it. Are you able to see it? Someone to confirm? Yes, I
It's
think so.
clear.
Are you able to see it?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So if you have arranged in this manner, because what I did is first I converted the data to column. So I put them in one line, and then after putting in one line, I have arranged in ascending order so that when I'm counting 1 to 5, I easily know. So I have counted this plus this. So that is 2. 1 to 5 is 2. 6 to 10 is 3. So 6 to 10 is 3. And then if I proceed 11 to 15, 11 to 15, maybe you can count 11 to 15, I have 4. 11 to 15, I have 4. 15, 16 to 20, that's where the bulk is. 16 to 20, I have 15. 16 to 20, I have 15. 16 to 20, I have 15. And then if I go to 21 to 25, sorry, 21 to 25, is 18. 21 to 25 is 18. And then the last one, 26 to 30, because I'm moving, that is 3, only 3. So this is what I got. Maybe you can also confirm if these figures are correct. So my total is 45, which was the number. So are you able to maybe confirm 1 to 5? Because if you don't arrange this data in a regular manner, whether ascending or descending, in a column, then getting this answer right, sometimes you might be confused. An exam, you know how we are under pressure. So this is the total I came up with. So the class interval for 1 to 5 is 2. Class interval for 6 to 10 is 3. Class interval for between 11 to 15 is 4. So all of them, as we have done manually through counting, is a total of 45. So we call these frequencies. We call this frequencies. Frequency, sorry. Frequency or frequencies. So we call it frequency. So how much was this? By just developing the class and its frequency, you are getting 6 free marks. So I know everyone here will promise me that they will get this 6 marks if a question like this comes. Very simple. Okay, are we together?
I have a question.
Yes,
So
please.
that is in the scenario where we can use our Excel. What
Yes.
if we are doing it manually? Maybe mtu ameregister kufanya mtihani kwa kuketi. How do you go about it?
I think the faster your eyes can see, the better. Because if the exam is manual and there is no Excel inbuilt in that exam system, then I will have arranged starting from the smallest to the highest. If it were me, I will have arranged in that order. But if it is not in that order, then maybe you unatumia kalamu or something else to mark those one, 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 if it is markable. So there is, I don't know, maybe others can advise. Which other means can you use? One marking, one using Excel, another marking. If it is hard copy, I don't know. I have not done this exam online, so with MKU, I don't know how I could have done better.
Yusuf,
Yes.
I remember we did this thing, frequency thing in high school, and because in high school we didn't have Excel, we used to like circle, like you started number one, you circle all number ones, circle all number twos, circle all number three until you're done.
Because you're using hard copy exam.
Eh, eh.
Yes.
Circle ukitoka.
What
Circle
if you are
ukitoka.
using soft?
Oh, soft. Funny, sasa if you're using soft, it means you have Excel, ama?
That's what I'm asking. Maybe we'll confirm with others. If it is Excel we are using, then we have to learn the easiest means of doing this because of the time we have and also for us to concentrate on other questions. Uh, I normally deal with CASNET people. So these days, they have improved in the manner they test the exams. Some of CASNEP exams are computer based these days, like BIDA and also CPFM. They have made them computer based. So can we continue? Any other question? I don't know if my sister Nana has gotten her answer, of which some of it I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, nimeelewa kabisa. Asante. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are we together? Unajua
Yeah, we are doing good.
this is a boring topic.
Good.
People
Sawa kabisa.
watu
Good.
We
watu
are good.
wanahepa. Kesho sitaki
Tunaenjoy
tutoroke.
class kabisa.
Eh?
Tunaenjoy class kabisa. Endelea.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we have gotten the 6 month. Let me switch from Excel to my this was the Excel. I don't know why this one has switched. Okay. Let me switch back my, okay, this is it. So what I have done is I have started with the first step. I defined the interval of 5 with a width of 5. That's what we have done. And then if you look at the difference between here to here, that is 5. The difference between here to here is 5. So you continue, that's the width. Others might say height, but most of the times I've seen people explain as the width. So uh, we know that between here, the first class and the second class is 5. So let us move forward. We have counted the frequencies and gotten our answer of 45. That's what we have done. So let us solve now the first question. The other question on C Roman 2. Let me open the question again, enlarge it a little bit. Sorry, this is not the question. I can't see C. No, may not delete it. So let me return you back. The question was asking, if we go back, it will allow me. The question was asking, determine the range, determine the range, determine the range, mean, median, model, and I've added standard deviation. So the question was asking, please put this at the back of your mind, determine the range. We will start with the range, and then after doing the range, since it is the simplest, we will go to the model. The range and the model. That's what we will start with. Range and model. So let me go back. Allow me, I'm scrolling up. Allow me for a few seconds since I'm scrolling up. So when I'm talking about the range, the range is just a simple term. The range, the difference, for example, point A to point B, the highest, the lowest. So the range, the highest value against the least value, the highest value against the least. That's why arranging this data in ascending order might help because you already know the least number and the highest number. And by doing that, you just do our highest number. If I go back to my Excel, you will find that my smallest number was this. You can see that my smallest number, acha niweke yellow, my smallest number was that, and my highest number was how much? This. So the smallest number is 2, the highest number is 27. So the range is the highest, which is 27 here, less the lowest, which is 2. So 27 less 2, which is equal to 25. This was also a Freeman range, the difference between the highest and the lowest values in the raw data or in that data. That is very simple. Are we together for range? Straightforward. I won't ask a question on range unless you want to buy Range Rover. Okay, so model class. Model class is the class with the highest frequency. Before I answer this question, if you look at this table, is this the highest? You ask yourself. Frequency? No. Is this the highest? No. Is this the highest? No. Is this the highest? No. All of it, if you look at it, there is one or two which have higher figures. There is the 15 here, this 15. There is also here. So this is the highest, right? But this has the highest frequency. But what is the class? The class is 21 to 25. So our model class, our model our model class is 21 to 25. Our model class is 21 to 25. This was also a simple calculation. It didn't require overthinking. Very simple. Okay, mean. I was wondering, mean, median. Sometimes it confuses me. So, what's the mean? The mean is the average of all values. The mean, the average of all values. For example, our data, we have 45 values. So we take the whole values of starting from 27 plus 26 plus 23 plus 21. So mean can also have two types, grouped data and ungrouped data. What I have done here is both the grouped and ungrouped data for the mean. So you add up from the first item of 27 up to the last one of 3. So we have added up. And what have I gotten? I have gotten 831. And then I have divided by 45. I've divided by 45. And then the mean is 18.47 for the ungrouped data. But since the question started with a frequency table, are we supposed then to calculate the mean for the ungrouped data? Maybe, since the questions were offering more marks, maybe you can do both and give the examiner uh, uh, to decide on themselves. I had an opportunity to mark some exams, CASNEP exams, and what I have noted is the more information you provide, the better. Because never leave a blank space, never leave a paper with blank spaces. Fill that information. Examiners will always look for what to give, marks to award. So, unless that person has family or emotional problems, I think most of the people, they always reward people who provide more information. Even if you provide one wrong answer, the other right answer might help you. So to find the mean of a group data. So we have done one for ungroup. Let us now find one for the group data. One for the group data, you start with the class interval. Yes, that we have done already. We have done that one already. You go for the frequency. That we have done already. Now, we look for the midpoint. X. We donate it X. What is the midpoint? The midpoint is here. 1 to 5. What's the midpoint? 1 plus 5 divided by 2. So this is 3. You continue. And then you get your fx. The x times f. And you get a total of this. Sum of fx. You go to all classes. Class 1 to 5, class 6 to 10, class 11 to 15. So you do it. You multiply f times x. The f times x. And you get 6. Here you get 24. Here you get 52. Here you get to 70. Here you get 415. Here you get 84. And that is your total fx. This is for group data. This is for group data. Whereby you're told you first calculate the midpoint, you multiply by the frequency, then you get the total. After getting the total, you divide by the number, which is 45. So if you take the whole figure and divide by 45, this is wrong, I think. So you take 850 divided by 45. So the answer is this, 850 divided by 45. We can confirm 850 divided by 45 if that is the answer. If that is the answer for mean, 850, 850 you divide by 45. How much is that answer? I think it's something similar to 18.89. Someone to confirm? I know
Yes, it's
by now I
correct.
have lost Rahma. Rahma, you are with me? Alice,
Yeah, I'm here, Yusuf.
lost and found. 850
Was I?
divided by 45.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Oh, you are still on the road, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Rahma, maybe you can try and confirm if that is correct.
18.88. That is 18.
0.8889, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, 18.888, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So we have rounded off to 2 decimal points. So if you look at 18.88 and the mean for the ungroup, there is that closeness. The figures are not far from one another. So it all depends with the examiner. Was it for group data or ungroup data? In this case, I will assume this is for the group data, but I have done the two for comparison reasons. So what is median? The median is the middle point of a data set. The median is the middle point of a data set. It divides the data into two equal parts. For group data, we don't have exact values, just class intervals and frequencies. So we estimate the median using a formula. So before I go there, if I sometimes wonder and ask myself, what is the difference between median and mean? What's the difference between median and mean? What's the difference? Is there anyone who can tell me the difference between median and mean?
Mimi
One,
sijui.
yes,
Napambana.
yes. Uh, did I hear who can tell us? Anyone who can try? Median, mean. And is there an instance the two can be equal?
Media.
Yes,
Mean
yes,
is the average of all values,
right. Uh-huh.
while median is the
Yes,
middle value of the data set.
just the middle value. So let us take an
Yeah.
example here. Sorry, let us take an example here and say we have this data. We have this data. I want to provide a data and give you an example. So we have this data of we are five and all of us are bright people. So we have scored between 70 to 90. So 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So all of us scored between 70 to 90. When you said mean, you said what? Average, right? Mean.
Mm.
You said average. Is that correct?
Mm.
Average of these numbers. Give me the average of these numbers. Okay? The average of these numbers is
400.
how much?
400. calculate.
400 divided by 5. The issue of using your phone, that's the problem. Sure. So 70 plus 75 plus 80 plus 85 plus 19, how much? About 400 divided by 5, right? So it is 400
Yeah.
divided by 5. That is 80. So the average is 80. Let us come to median. We said what median? What did you say? Middle.
The middle value.
Middle value.
The
So tell me what's the middle value here? What's the middle value?
80.
The middle value here is 80, right?
80.
So in a data set like this, where the data is symmetrical, where the test is evenly distributed, it is a balanced data, then the mean will equal to the median. The mean will be equal to the median. But suppose inside this data, if the first one, for example, if the first one was 30, kuna mtu bumbafu ameanguka kabisa ni 30, or hajasoma for example, left skewed, or someone apate when the rest were getting 50, 60, someone apate 90, right skewed. Then in that scenario, the best alternative will be the median. Like if you are normalizing exam where people are looking for what to rate the best mark, the best mark, you can use the middle number to rate. But if the data is skewed, whether left or right, then you won't use the mean. You will use what? The median. So there are scenarios where this mean or median is the most appropriate. And once you do these two types of data, you will recognize or appreciate that both are or can be used in separate areas, separate times. So the median is most applicable when the data is more skewed. That's the time it is most appropriate to use. Otherwise, it looks similar to mean. So let us do the median. Let us do the median. Okay, the median. So the median for the grouped data, for the ungrouped, it is straightforward. For the ungrouped, it is straightforward. Why is it straightforward? You just go to our Excel. Let me go back to our Excel. This is our Excel. We have 45 numbers. Out of the 45 numbers, which one is the middle number? Which one is the middle number? You count 45 divided by 2. It is 22, 22 on either side. So number 23 is the middle number. So let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That is the middle number for the ungrouped data. That's the middle number because normally we use for even numbers. Sorry, for uneven numbers we use what? Most of the times we say 45 plus 1 divided by 2. 45
2.
plus 1 divided by 2 so that we get the middle number. Obviously, we know 22 is on this side and 22 is on the other side. The middle number is number 20. For the group data, for the group data, for the group data, we use a formula L plus L plus N, the number divided by 2, minus CF. This is the preceding frequency, cumulative frequency before the median class. So this is the preceding frequency all over F, frequency of the median class, that median class. So the frequency of that median class time is h, time is h, time is h. So this is the formula. It's cramming the formula. So how do we do it? How do we do it? It is simple. So this is the median class. This is the median class. How did we get it? We got it. We said 45 divided by 2. So the average is 22.5, which we know, or the middle, where it's appearing where? Between 22.5. It's appearing where? Where is 22.5 appearing? It is appearing between class 11 to 15 to 16 to 20. That's where it's appearing. That's where it's appearing. 11 to 15 to 16 to 20. If it is appearing between that and okay, okay, Alice, I'm told Nana is in the mosque. Maybe she's praying. Should I stop for a few minutes and then I continue after 1 hour?
Kwani tunafaa kufanya for how long, Yusuf, hii class?
Uh,
Tushaanza.
if you want I to do for 1 hour, it's okay. Let me finish here and then maybe I continue another day because this I wanted to take almost 2 hours.
Let's
So she
finish.
can continue.
For how long, Nana? Nataka kujua for how
Hata kupray hata wajaanza. So I didn't want to interrupt him. Nasema wakipray, I'll just join the prayer, then I come back in. Yani you won't hear me participating. But I'll
What
leave
I
my
will do,
phone ikiran. I'll just
what I will do, I will also
eh,
pray. What I will do, maybe in the group, you say which time is the best so that we can continue and then finish up with the other hour. And then I know at a later time, even Alice will have time to join us because she's on the road. So maybe she will have time
okay.
to join us. Because if
I've
I
seen
continue
Rahma's
talking to
dropped.
myself,
Maybe she's also.
if I continue talking to myself, it won't add value to me and also to you.
Yes. So I'm saying I've seen Rahma's also dropped. I think she's going to pray.
Yes.
Should we pray then convene back, or what are you comfortable with,
Maybe
Alice?
you advise us the time because this is question 1. I also have another question. So maybe the best
No, I
time
think
I
prayer is
know
going
it
to
is
10
between
minutes. Okay,
7 to
you pray,
8, 7 to 9.
and then you come back. You pray, we come
Yeah.
back, we finish it.
So we come back at 4:20,
Do you
4:15.
Yes,
do you think
20.
between 7 to 9 is better than now?
No, me, I
No,
think
is okay.
me, because I'm getting it. I think I'm.
Kwanza hii hesabu ni mzuri saa hizi mchana, usiku tunalala. It's very okay. It's just because of swala. Let's just pray and
Okay.
convene back at 4:20.
Okay, no
Yes.
problem. No
Using
problem.
the
Thank
same
you.
link.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah. Okay.